Welcome to another episode of the Couch Coaches. This week, நான் போலீஸ் இல்ல பொறுக்கி.
நான் போலீஸ் இல்ல பொறுக்கி.
Awesome partnership between Mitchell and Ravindra. I think they applied themselves. Actually, it was a great performance to see somebody coming from the bench.
In Kohli's concentration on a chase, okay, to see that he gets, to the line is commanding concentration.
We are talking about Mohammad Shami, not Sami. Hi everyone, my name is Rama Ramni. I live in the US and we're going to do an episode of post-match analysis of India versus New Zealand. Over to you, Priyesh.
Hi, I'm Priyesh. This is the post-match analysis of India versus New Zealand. Usually we get to three sessions. One is our overall prediction analysis of our predictions, then overall match analysis, and then lastly the breaking point. So over to you on our predictions.
So I went with Gill as the batter, Bumrah as the bowler, and what I got perfectly right was Thakur as the game changer. அவனை மட்டும் கேம்ல எடுத்திருந்தாங்கன்னா கேமையே மாத்திருப்பான். So good that they didn't pick him and they brought Shami. You went with Rohit and you went with Siraj and Mohammad Shami. So you tell me, you can now clout.
No, I mean the pitch and the altitude in Dabna-Shara was conducive to pace bowling. So if Hardik wasn't there and they had to select a bowler to fill in Hardik's role, then it was Shami, not Ashwin. But it was interesting that they picked Sky over Hardik. I mean, over Thakur, and he has not played a game. So why did you change the combination and didn't play Ishan? Because so left-hander, you wanted a left-hander in the middle. Yes, had one or two outings in the World Cup in the first two games without Gill. So why did you go and favor Sky? I can't.
You can't get it. Hey, Lokesh Kanakash போனா சஸ்பென்ஸ் இருக்குல்ல, த்ரில்லர் இருக்குல்ல, அப்படிதான் ரோஹித்தும் திராவிடும் பண்றாங்க.
Ayyo, David's universe now. There was news in the other channels that Sky will play. So I don't know. I mean, that was, but Siraj played well, bowled well. Rohit got us to another great start, and we are on track now. Maybe one more win, we will get into the semis, and our predictions are becoming better. I'm saying from the last episode.
Correct. See, I think on the New Zealand side, I picked Rachin Ravindra, and then you picked Mitchell. ரெண்டு பேரும் வெச்சு செஞ்சிட்டாங்க almost in the middle. So
Rachin Ravindra's hairstyle is like Yogi Babu's hairstyle. Now we will go to the overall match analysis.
I think there was one coach who predicted correctly that when India will win the toss and then they will both first, that their pacers will do well, and that's the matchup. யாருன்னு கேட்டா அது obviously not. நானும் வேணாம்னு சொன்னேன். யாரு நான் ஒரு சொலபல் பண்ணா to make it up with the other things. But see, I think
I mean that's been the template now. So maybe teams will look to get us to bat first
Correct.
and then we have to see whether we can score or whatever.
Yeah, so I think it was definitely good to see our Pacers start with a lot of vigor, and we got them to like 19 for 2. And then awesome partnership between Mitchell and Ravindra. I think they
Mm.
applied themselves and played really well. And I think we were discussing on WhatsApp that they could have probably gone to even score like 325, 340, or probably even more, right? Because the last 10, 12 overs, we are seeing how, with your wickets in hand with set batsmen, teams are able to sort of
Yeah,
impose.
yeah. South Africa scored 140 hot in 10
Correct,
overs. But
correct,
what is pleasing to see in this match, our spinners were the boa constructor. But in this match, the Pacers did that for us. New Zealand was 200 odd in 35 overs.
correct.
To restrict them to 270 odd was a brilliant performance. 15 overs, only 70 with the 7 wickets in hand was very very brilliant performance by the Pacers.
வந்த பிறகு நீ ஒரு வேலை கூட செய்யக்கூடாதுன்னு மரத்து நிழல்ல நீ பாட்டுல ராசா கணக்கா தூங்குனே.
And I think the one thing that they missed is Mitchell slowed down. அவன் வந்து நம்ம
ஆமா.
சென்னை டிராஃபிக்ல போற மாதிரி சடனா வந்து பிரேக் அடிச்சு ரொம்ப ஸ்லோவா he was playing towards his 100, and I think they missed a trick there, right? They
And
should have.
maybe that also was the cause of them losing momentum also.
Correct, correct. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. But I loved how Bumrah came back, right? I think in the middle when he came in and bowled this couple of overs, unplayable,
ஆமா.
right? The guy was bowling Yorkers at will and really tying them down. Spinners also, Jadeja bowled well. I think
Yeah, yeah,
10 overs,
yeah.
48 or so.
And Kuldeep also first 5 overs he gave I think 38 or 40 runs, but next 5 overs 2 for 25 or something. So last 5 overs he was able to peg them back.
Correct.
But they took him on.
Correct.
So if you are going to play only 5 bowlers, okay, and one of them has a bad day, or one and half of them have a bad day, then you are looking at 330.
Correct, correct. And then maybe Kohli will have to come and bowl like how he had to fill for Hardik Pandya the other day. Yeah, so overall, I think India's bowling performance was awesome. To keep them to 270 was really excellent performance. And then the way we started, I think we had predicted that, hey, பார்த்து ஆடுங்கடா முதல்ல டெஸ்ட் மேட்ச் மாதிரி play a little carefully-ன்னு சொன்னோம். ரோஹித் கேர்ஃபுல்லின்னு சொல்ல முடியாது, பையன் வந்து was trying to impose right off the bat, which is sort of good to see, right? As a captain, with all the pressure that he has, he's still able to say that this is the kind of cricket I'm going to play, and giving like a identity to both his batting and the team, which is great to watch. So I think they had a good start again, I think, with Gill and Rohit playing well. So I think Gill...
and what they did after the first 2 or 3 overs, when the ball was seaming or swinging, they danced on the wicket and to take the bowlers, and that கொஞ்சம் unsettled the bowlers' length and their thought process. That was very good, and then we got the momentum in in the third or fourth over.
And then what to say about Mr. King Kohli or King Kong? வந்து I was like really on a song though. It's just a joy to watch him play, where he can sort of accelerate at will if he has to, and at the same time he can just lock one end up and really play solid. Then I think
very Tano, because one ball he will dance on and either border over cover, okay, for 4. Next ball he will try to run down the ball to third man, but he will not get the angle for it to go for four, and
He'll be
he
angry
will.
with himself.
Ama.
He hit the bad. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Ama.
Correct.
என்ன வெறி
My God. No, sorry. Influence. One of his kind.
Correct. I think that tells a lot, right? After scoring so many centuries and so many runs, he still got that
Hunger.
Hunger, which is amazing to watch.
Like Hunger Games.
And then your favorite Shreyas Iyer இருந்து எஸ் எடுத்து அன்னியன்ல ஆட் பண்ணா ஒரு தனி பேர் ஒன்று வரும்.
But they, I mean, his weakness they exploited again. Is in sublime touch, but is like wrote in the past.
Correct.
He gets to that 30 and throws it off. Okay.
Correct.
And அது கொஞ்சம் I don't know whether that's the role given to him because KL is coming
Correct.
next
Yeah,
to take it on. But if he கொஞ்சம் அடிக்க வாசினா the 30 can become a 60 or 70 or 100 also.
Yeah, I think I agree, and I was about to say the same thing, right? From a role, it looks like Rohit is imposing. Gill can play the silky touch as needed. Then again, Virat is sort of in the stabilizing role. Then you have Shreyas who can essentially just take them all. Rahul can essentially moderate. And number 6, once we get Hardik back, he's also going to be in that role. From 6, 7, 8, anyway, Gada case down. There is no question of stabilizing. All these guys are hopefully only have to deal with 15-20 overs unless India gets to this 20 for 3 or 50 for 4 scenario. So I think from that standpoint, he was also okay. Then it was good to see.
But I like the Jaju's batting also. Very, very calm and composed, and he got us, to that line. But if he had got out or Kohli had got out, then Shami is our number 8.
Correct.
The same mistake England have been doing the last 2 months. Okay, last match when the Rashid was number 8. No batsman.
Right.
Okay, so we have to see what happens.
See, I think you're right. I think I've seen Shami apply in test matches and so on, but then when you're chasing and when you have to take even 30-40 runs, a couple of wickets falls, and then you have Kuldeep and Bumrah and Siraj. Who knows? It can change in different directions. It's good that the thing that you wanted, that our lower order gets some practice. So Jadeja got his practice. அவனோட கத்தி சண்டை காட்ட முடியல, ஆனா but I think it was a good innings from his standpoint. So I think end of the day ரச்சின் ரவீந்திரா வந்து நான் தான் லியோன்னு சொன்னான், மிச்சல் வந்து நான் தான் ரோலெக்ஸ்னு சொன்னான். அல்டிமேட்லி ஷாமி வந்து டேய் நான் தான்டா உங்க பாஸ் நேசமணின்னு வச்சு he got actually it was a great performance to see somebody coming from the bench picking up a fiver and then 2 wickets, like the stumps just cartwheeling was great to watch, right?
And he has 38 wickets in World Cups. Okay, and another stat I read was in the last 2 years he hasn't got many chances to play, but he is run rate or the average is below 20, and his strike rate is the best among pacers in the world. He takes a wicket 1 in 17 balls, and he is in the bench.
Yeah, so I somehow feel like from this squad you bring Hardik in and remove Sky, right? I think you have what you want. And whenever you think it's a spinning track, just bring in Ashwin, right? That's all you have to do. And as much, not that I know Thakur has been given chances, and it's time not to experiment from here on. I think we have figured out what we have to do.
Yeah.
Bringing Sky was probably just to see that we are in a position where we could Tothalum Paravalan Soli, they might have tried. Plus that uncertainty of you throw the opponent off by saying that you have Sky in the order. All that is great. But
Or maybe they found the pitch slower.
hmm,
That's why they bowled. And then if it's a slower pitch, then Sky's antic maybe will come into play. But hopefully it's a week to go to the next match, and Hardik comes back. If he comes back, I think this is the lineup.
right.
Okay. Sky will be replaced by Hardik, and we will play 5 bowlers plus Hardik.
Okay, now to the breaking point. So why don't you kick it off?
I have 2 breaking points. One is Trio Solo Bovento. Moon Pacers of India did very, very well. Okay. Second one, I think King Kohli's concentration on a chase. Okay. To see that he gets, to the line is commanding concentration. Okay. Words are less to describe him, but
Come on, his average is 90 or so, I think, in chases in 1 day.
and out of the 48 centuries, 23 centuries in chase.
Yeah.
Enough pressure.
Yeah, for me, I think the captaincy of Rohit. He
Again.
brought Kuldeep when it was not normal, right? He was at 7 overs, 70 or something like 54 runs or something he had given. Typical in the middle, you would have think that let me just bring my pacers back. But he brought back Kuldeep, showing the confidence, and he took a wicket, right? And from there on, I think the next half of Kuldeep's, like what you pointed out, became much better just to have the confidence of your captain who was backing you. So I thought his captaincy was brilliant. The second breaking point for me was if Ravindra had not gotten out, like holding out to long on, and if he had not got out to Shami at that stage, it would have been interesting, or Siraj at that stage, it would have been very interesting to see what the match would have taken, right? If two guys have taken them to something like, say, 240 in 40 overs for 2 wickets down, then I think last 10 overs, 120, 130, it's like 370, completely different segment of the game. So there again, Shami's bowling, but gave the breakthrough at the right time, and Rohit's captaincy were awesome.
Good. So, dear viewers, comment as usual, like the video. The next video will be India versus England preview. And see you there. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Bye for now, and see you in the next episode. Bye.